Oxnard, and so my mom and I stopped there. What the crap is that?
It's called a unicorn cake. It's okay. I just bought it to try it.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Juice.
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Rex. It is I'm Corbin.
He likes sugar.
I do, and you
Yep.
follow us on
Instagram, Twitter. Wubba, wubba, wubba. Here, this is what I'll show you. I'm taking over to Ashley and her house, speaking of sugar. But I'm not opening it here. It's a really cool place where this is honeycomb. It's straight out of the honeycomb, and it's got honey on it. You can, but I'm gonna let Ashley and her round eat it with me. At this really cool little place, they've got a beehive that they keep, and all the honey that's there comes from their bees. It was very, very cool to go visit. I love bees.
I used to hate honey.
Really?
Well, because the only kind I ever had was processed honey.
Oh, well, that explains it.
I'd never had fresh honey.
Yeah.
And then when I was over at Steph's house early in our relationship, I was like, I don't like honey. I tasted it, I was like, oh, this is really, really good. It tastes completely different.
Isn't it amazing?
Which is so dumb. It's like the one thing on this earth you don't need to process.
Right.
Because it will keep.
It's good as it is.
It will keep.
But leave it to humans to take something that was created by Mother Nature and God and say, we can do better than that. And you don't, because you suck.
Anyways, today we're doing this is a song from the...
We didn't do Instagram and Twitter
Oh,
and
sorry.
juiciness.
You know what to do.
They know what to do. Here's juicy content for you right there. Look at that. Look at that honeycomb. Look at that. Oh, it's so good.
This is the title song from the show.
It's a title song, so you need a boat and oars.
Say that?
Because it's on the top. Get what Mahabharat title song. Isn't that a legend?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a old poetry / thing, and I believe it's like Hindu.
Right.
Right for it.
Right.
It's extremely special, but this is like a show. I think it's really old.
Okay.
But it's like extremely close to a lot of like, especially Hindus. It's almost a religious epic show.
Great.
I don't know how. I've been told like some of the special effects aren't great.
Okay.
And it's like it's old like that, but this is the title song from it. Apparently gives a lot of people the chills when they hear it.
Okay.
So that's all I know about it. If
what year? Do we know the year?
Yeah,
we just need to know it's old, so it's pre-1980.
Check. No, I don't think it's that old actually.
Oh, okay. Hindi?
Release date. It says 2013. I don't think it's that new. I think it's older than that.
I was gonna say that's not old.
Yeah.
It's only like 8 years old.
But there might have been. There's probably a bunch of stuff that's been named Mahabharat, right?
Oh my stars! I'm sure there's a gazillion, countless things created with that name.
It might have been maybe. It was
Maybe 2013.
But anyways, so it's a song. It's supposed to be like really like emotional to a lot of people that watch it.
And in advance, if it doesn't resonate with us, then you know it's because we just don't have a frame of reference for it.
Yes.
And we're never going to pretend.
I'm not going to try to insult anybody.
No, not at all.
But a lot of people do ask us to react to this. So here we go.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Visuals for Dollar Mendy's Tune Up Tonight.
Bahubali looks like there.
Yeah.
One's really like a song in like an Edge of Devgun film.
Yeah. We got a frame of reference for that one.
It's a pretty epic sounding song.
Yeah.
I will give it that.
Absolutely.
And you could, I can see all the, so I'm guessing it's like basically if you took, and I'm not equating these things, but like from what we know, like if you took stories from the Bible.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
And you kind of retold these stories that people have known since their childhood.
Exactly.
And put them on the screen.
Exactly.
That's at least the vibe I'm getting from it.
Absolutely.
So it's like old, like, I'm guessing, from what I remember, how do you say it?
Mahabharat.
I think it's like an extremely long, epic story, and it has a whole bunch of like about humanity and all the kind of stuff, and then obviously the gods Krishna and
right.
And forgive me that I don't know the other gods' names, but and so it kind of like tells those style of stories.
Yeah, and exactly our frame of reference and familiarity that would be the familiarity that you guys have with this. That's why he brought up that if you took imagery from any of the stories from the Bible, any of the 66 books, but particularly the historical books, when you take it from the life of Abraham all the way through Moses and King David and Solomon.
If you saw somebody on an ark, you know,
we would have so many points of reference that we could see in a video that covered things. If you showed me a floating axe head, I would know what that's in reference to.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I'm sure for many of you, and hope for many of you, this was something that gives you chills because it reminds you of something that you've known all of your life, and we're slowly getting to know.
Yeah, and some of the time I was actually surprised that I was like, obviously the CGI wasn't great, but it's like I was actually surprised that it didn't look as bad as
I was thinking.
As I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
So that was interesting. But the song itself, it was really like, I could see why people, because I was told like this song gives some people chills like when they listen to it. I could tell.
I can tell, and I can see why.
I didn't even know the lyrics, but I can tell it's probably some extremely powerful lyrics, and it brings up memories of either childhood, of like stories, religious stories.
When that fire came down and became the chest plate on his chest, that was one of several where I was like, I bet that's something that many of them would look at and go, oh yeah, because they know exactly what that's in reference to.
So
there's dozens of those.
It sounded like a film like in Tahanchi with like Jay Devgan or like Kasari with
A Call to War. With Akshay.
Akshay. Yeah. Something very powerful, patriotic, either religious, and I'm guessing this is like more of
or Bahubali.
A Hinduish story.
Absolutely,
right? I
think
that is
my understanding. It's Hindu.
I don't want to mispronounce it. I don't even say it. I think it's a Hindu story.
I think it is too. If we're wrong, sorry, it's just our ignorance.
Please let us know.
Yeah,
because
teach us.
I'm just trying to know what this is. But it looked almost like I think it's like a series. And I think it's been on for a long time.
In that light, what would be one of the best films? We may have actually watched one, but that we could go into knowing that when we go into it, we're going to get a lesson like that, specifically where we could go in and it would actually teach. It wouldn't just reference, because there's a difference when a film makes reference to something and uses an analogy or metaphor versus is an actual telling of the tale. So, for example, the Passion of the Christ, that is an actual telling of the last hours of Jesus's life that's accounted for in the four Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. What kind of films are there from all of these beautiful epics and stories and things from things like this?
So I looked up, this might be totally wrong because the internet's never wrong, but Mahabharat movies, it did have this one,
Rajniti,
which I think has a bunch of people, and I think we've seen the trailer for it. Hold on. Yeah. Ranbir, Karina, Arjun, Manoj, Nana,
AJ Devgun.
Ajay Devgan. So there's a lot of people, but I think I remember it's like a political story, but maybe it kind of intertwines the...
Right. I'm just
or
talking
it's
about
totally wrong because the internet's wrong a lot.
like Bahubali is that way.
Yeah.
Bahubali was a straightforward, we're going to tell you this legend. What other films are there that we could watch like that besides Bahubali 2?
I went back and there's a lot of black and white stuff. It reminded me of the Telugu song we saw where the god was eating, and we loved that song.
Where the god was eating?
Remember, like he'd sit there and it was cool.
Oh,
because
yes, the special effect one.
It reminded me a lot of that. So is that a telling of like this style of story? Because I would love to see that
We'd
film.
love to see that
When
movie.
we saw that song, we loved it.
Yep.
So let us know more about this, and if there's other stuff we should react to or watch that is good quality that we would appreciate. Because there's obviously stuff that you might appreciate, but it's because of the connection you have to it.
Yeah.
But obviously we, as foreigners and people who aren't Hindu or don't know anything about the stories, can't always relate to.
Yep. We need to be taught.
But let us know down below.
Juice!